If only Africa had more mosquito nets, then every year we could save millions of mosquitoes from dying needlessly of AIDS.
They say comedy is tragedy plus time. Well, folks, I've got a stopwatch and a list of war crimes. Let's see how fast we can get canceled. While some of these jokes are so dark even Batman wouldn't touch them, here we are. In this video, we're diving into the most offensive jokes ever told. Buckle up. It's going to be a rough ride. Starting from this one by Jimmy Carr.
Montreal or at Edinburgh, when you're around comics, they come up, they say, listen, I wrote this joke about a baby. I can't tell that joke, but maybe you could. And you go, have you seen my act? It's not that bad. What is it? The last 15 minutes.
And while it was a dark one for the writer, that isn't even anything to close the most offensive joke for Jimmy.
So what is the most offensive joke that you've ever written?
Now, just before you watch this joke, maybe I should emphasize that he was only answering the question.
If only Africa had more mosquito nets, then every year we could save millions of mosquitoes from dying needlessly of AIDS.
And what's even worse is that he doesn't even find that funny. Now, while that was offensive, sorry Africans, this joke by Frankie Boyle was pure darkness.
Shall I tell you why I'm like what I'm like, Johnny? I think I can explain myself to you.
Now let's wait and take a moment. As you all know, we will hear Frankie's follow-up to this stand-up joke.
When I was a wee boy, my granddad used to take me up into the loft. He'd take down a chest that he had up there. He'd open up the chest. Do you know what was in it?
Of course, it starts off like something straight out of a kid's fantasy novel, but it gets dark really soon.
A mermaid. And he'd have me stripped naked as a wee boy and make love to that mermaid on the floor.
Do you think that's offensive enough? If you do, you are mistaken.
While he watched for his sexual gratification. Now, years later, when the old bastard was dead, I went back up into the loft. I took down the chest and opened up. Do you know what I found in there? A dead monkey with its legs sewn together.
Now, this is the type of dark joke you tell to make the audience so traumatized, they forget it has nothing to do with why you came late, which is what you were explaining. No, Frankie.
Shall I tell you why I'm like what I'm like, Johnny?
But while that is a bad joke, this one is so much worse. You really don't even know whether to laugh or frown after this.
Oh, I need a drink. Start the car? Seriously? Right.
Trust Ricky Gervais to come up with the type of jokes you'd have to stay hydrated and wear all black clothing to tell.
I told this joke. Made sure the old people couldn't hear, like that. I went, okay. Father, sitting at home, just reading the newspaper. This little girl comes running in. She's only 6. Hello, darling. Hello, Daddy. You've been playing? Yeah. In the park? Yeah. With your friends?
And of course, while the joke feels nice and cute for now, wait for it.
Well, until the man came along. Till the man came along.
Okay. That's got a shade darker, but it gets worse. Trust me, after this next joke, you will start wondering where the line is being drawn. In fact, you will probably think that there isn't a line at all.
Yeah, a man came along and he asked my friends to leave, so it was just me and him. Darling, come over here. Whatever happened, none of it was your fault, okay, darling? None of it was your fault.
You're probably wondering where the joke is at this point. If you'd actually consider it a joke, wait for it.
But tell Daddy every detail. What happened? He took me behind a tree so no one could see what we were doing. Oh, God, darling, and then what happened? He took my dress off. Oh, God, what happened next?
Oh, well, it starts to get dark again. Like Ricky's dress, he sure came dressed for the joke.
He took his thing out. Oh, God, darling, and then what happened? Nothing, that was it. Oh, we'll make something up.
Of course, you'd have to pull off one of these. Need to flush that out of your mouth for sure. Jokes like that tend to stink up your soul. This next one, while definitely not the darkest, is definitely more likely to cater to a broader audience. Let's just keep it at that.
Who managed to set a new world record after spending 71 days crying in the B&Q? Richard and Noel, what have you put as your answer to this question?
Your mum.
Oh, some good Jimmy Carr roasting. Africa just might be and leave some animal meat for this one.
Was it your mum? No, seriously, was it your mum?
I feel like a supply teacher at a rough school.
Sir, it was so your
Serious girl in
mum.
your head and look at the card. Does it say your mum? No, seriously though, is it your mum?
But what's next not only made the rankings of our world-class video, yeah, it made newspaper headlines too, and not for the right reasons. This joke was so bad, it had Isaac Butterfield making another video to address it.
But I think it would be remiss of me not to talk about the extremists we know and love. And that is Muslim extremists. All right? I can do it, I've got a beard, all right? Now, here's the thing about Muslim extremists. They are very, very similar to us, but they just come from a different part of the world.
Well, before getting to the joke, a slightly offensive, inoffensive start sure is fun, but wait for it.
They go to school just like we do, except their school's a little bit different. At our schools, we play games. They play games too. We play games like heads down, thumbs up. They play thumbs down, heads off.
Well, don't take the messenger's head off now. It's Isaac's joke, not ours. Then, before the main joke, there was this for starters. After someone from the audience was invited to call her dad on stage.
He's not answering. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
You reach that message and I get to you as soon as possible. Bye.
Hi, Dad. So I'm on stage at the moment with Isaac Butterfield, and he's forcing me to leave a message to tell you.
Then for follow-ups, Isaac is the type of Aussie to pull off a stunt.
I hung up, so that's gonna really confuse the out of him.
However, for the one joke that just about got Isaac Butterfield cancelled.
This Australian extremist stormed this building, this mosque, this room, where people were saying their prayers and going about their business. And for me, the saddest thing about that, it wasn't the 52 people who were killed. It wasn't the countless others who had their lives changed forever because their family members were taken from them. It was the hundreds of people that night who couldn't make it home from nightclubs in Christchurch because all the cabbies were dead.
Okay, that's enough dark jokes for probably a lifetime. But if you feel that's too light for you, we have more. So make sure to subscribe to our channel to keep up with our content.